But the immediate brotherhood is the brotherhood of the immediate family. And this, in essence, is only to highlight the idea of charity begins at home. That you should take care of your immediate family before you take care of other people's. And that is why Muslims are told to take care of Muslims in need before they extend that need to other peoples. But if there's a surplus, then, and in fact, according to Islamic tradition, even if there's not a surplus, many of our scholars say that charity can still be given to people who are outside of the faith if they're not hostile towards the faith. And these are called mu'allafat qulub, the people whose hearts are close to you. And the Quran says, Muslims will read the verses that say, وَقَاتِلُ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, fight all the polytheists and all these. They'll read these verses, but they won't read them in the context of other verses. لَا يَنْهَاكُمُ اللَّهُ عَنَ الَّذِينَ لَمْ يُقَاتِلُكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ. God does not prohibit you from those who have not persecuted you or driven you from your homes, and تَبَرُّهُمْ, that you should be righteous towards them, show them all types of good. وَتُقْسِطُوا إِلَيْهِمْ, share your wealth with them, according to the commentators. Share your wealth with them. Help them. Work together. تَعَوْنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Work together in things that are righteous. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that in the pre-Islamic period of vengeance, because the scholars differ on what Jahiliyyah means. Some of our scholars say that the period before Islam is called Jahiliyyah because it was an age of ignorance. But there are other scholars that say, no, it was called Jahiliyyah because it was an age of revenge. And revenge is a jahili quality. It is an ignorant quality, this desire for revenge. And Islam, in fact, came to break the cycles of revenge. And this is what we're trapped in today. We're trapped in deep cycles of revenge, of oppressor oppressed. And these cycles will destroy this world. It will destroy this society if we don't take them seriously, if we don't begin to learn to live together. And these are becoming more important in the light of the fact that individuals now have the power that pre-modern armies didn't have. I mean, literally, individuals now have within their own hands the power to inflict damage that pre-modern armies did not have. So we are in a very perilous situation. And if we don't rise to the occasion, I really think that we're going to find ourselves in conditions that generations after us will curse us for not doing anything about. And I don't believe that's hyperbole. I don't believe that's exaggeration. I really believe that we are at a critical juncture. Banu Adam, the children of Adam. And Muslims need to learn to live with other peoples on this planet in the same way that other peoples need to learn to live with Muslims. And one of the greatest trials and tribulations that is affecting all of us is the gross injustices that are going on, and nothing is being done about it. And I'm talking about maldistribution of wealth. I'm talking about lands that are expropriated by people without any just cause. I believe that the Jews have every right to exist. I believe that they have a right to exist in Palestine. I believe that because that's actually part of Islamic tradition. In fact, in Islamic history, the Jews were encouraged to migrate to the lands of the Muslims. And I can show you dozens of historical references that prove that point. The Ottomans invited the Jews to migrate to the lands of Islam. Always. They've never had a problem living with Jews. But there is something in Zionism which is called the hidden question. And this question was put forth in 1907 by a Zionist intellectual, Yitzhak Epstein, who wrote an article in Ha-Shilua, which was a Zionist journal. And he said, the dilemma facing us today, this hidden question, was that we cannot reconcile Jewish sovereignty in a land that the Palestinians should be sovereign in. I don't think anybody could argue who knows the history with that point. Golda Meir denied the existence of the Palestinians. Now, much of the problem in the Muslim world is directly related to both Palestine, not just to Palestine, Kashmir, Chechnya, Bosnia. I mean, it's interesting that Muslims are constantly called violent, they're constantly called aggressive, belligerent, and yet if you really look out there and look at the numbers, I'm not talking about 9/11, 3,000 people killed. I'm talking about the numbers. The actual damage that's being, if you just count, when you have a war, you count the sides. Americans, 600 or 700 dead. Iraqis, we don't even know. We don't know how many Iraqis are dead. That number we're not told.